Hi everyone, I'm Bill Walters. Today I'm going to be showing you how to rebuild the shovel on our GS machine using our Kegel Shovel Rebuilding Kit. If you're not familiar on how to take a shovel out of a machine, you can check out my video on how to do that. Let's head over to the machine right now and we'll get started. As our machines age and they get more and more frames on them, the shovels will begin to wear. Typical spots for the wear are going to be the pivot lever, the small track wheels, and the large track wheels. As you can see here, I'll raise this shovel. It has a worn pivot lever and a worn track wheel. Here you can see how far I can move that shovel before the track wheel moves away from the frame. It's almost ½ an inch. That means this shovel is actually sagging ½ an inch down, which is going to reduce our pin loading efficiency. As you can see, I've removed the shovel from my elevator. It's going to be placed in the vise nice and snug. We don't want it too tight to deform the shovel. As you can see, this one also has a worn hole in the end. I'll show you how to take care of that later on in the video. Now the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to remove that large track wheel. And to do that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to remove that retaining ring to get that wheel off that shaft. We're going to grab our snap ring pliers and we'll remove that ring. You'll notice that the kit has spare retaining rings. Next, we'll remove the flat washer. Then we'll remove the old track wheel. And as you can see on this one, the flat washer stayed with the wheel. Sometimes it stays on the shaft, as long as you retain it, because you need to reinstall it later. Always a good idea to clean the shaft, all the old oil and grease. And we're going to put a brand new fresh drop of oil on that shaft. We'll reinstall our flat washer. Put on our brand new large track wheel. Our second flat washer, and we'll put that brand new retaining ring on. Once it's on, we'll move that wheel back and forth just to be certain that the retaining ring is in the slot. We're going to repeat this procedure pretty much to do the small track wheel by pulling that 10mm retaining ring off. Up next will be the flat washer, and of course the old small track wheel. We'll give that shaft a wipe. Next we'll install the flat washer that comes with the kit, and of course 1 drop of oil. We'll now put the new small track wheel onto the shaft, put the flat washer back on, and put the new 10mm retaining ring on, and move that wheel to make sure that it is indeed in the slot. One of the spots that really gets worn on these guys is the pivot lever on the shaft. As you can see here, it's moving quite a bit. What we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole right in the dead center of that pivot lever using a centering punch. We're going to make a mark right in the middle, and we're going to use our 1/8" drill bit. Be sure to use a bit that's very, very sharp. Once we have that drilled, we'll go ahead and do a little housekeeping here. We're going to install that roll pin that comes with the kit. Now this can be done either before you've done the large track wheel, or you can do it after. Install it to where it's nice and flush. Everything looks great. And now that pivot lever is nice and solid. Of course, you would repeat the same procedure for your large track wheel on the opposite side. Now here's how we fix that ovaled out hole. You can use whatever method on your drill bit you like. You just want to be sure that you drill the hole far enough to accept the bronze bushings in the kit. bronze bushing is going to go into that hole. We're going to use a block of wood and a hammer to seat it. We don't want to be pounding on bronze with steel. Of course, I would recommend you repeat this same procedure on the other end so that your shovel stays nice and level. And now's a good time to go ahead and put a drop of oil on that bronze bushing. Now you can put this shovel back into your machine and move on to the next one for the rebuild. Okay, here is a shovel that has been rebuilt. 2 new large track wheels, 1 small track wheel. We've also secured that pivot lever. You can see that the moment the shovel moves, the small track wheel moves away from the frame. This shovel's not going to sag. It's going to load those pins much better. Okay guys, now you know how to rebuild that shovel using the Shovel Rebuild Kit. Remember, those shovels are extremely important to the efficiency of how the machine operates. The better the shovels operate, the better the pins get into the elevator, the quicker they feed down that distributor. Thanks for stopping in today, and remember, your machines are only as good as your maintenance program.